Hello friends, welcome to the video wherein we are going to discuss about the Government of India Act 1858 and the features therein. Now the question comes to your mind why it is called as the Government of India Act, whereas the previous acts which we discussed in my previous video, it was all called as the Charter Acts or the Regulating Acts and so on. But this act, it is known as the Government of India Act. The reason is, as you know, in the year 1857, a great event took place, a great revolution took place, a great mutiny took place in the country, wherein the soldiers, the local kings, they all revolted unitedly against the British power. And as a result of which, it was felt by the British government, British Parliament, that any time if such a revolt take place, probably the powers of the East India Company would be thrown out. Hence, they had all the apprehensions that any time such a revolt, in case it take place in future, we need to take the cursive measures. And in that direction, the British Parliament passed the law that hereafter, as per the Government of India Act, the affairs of the British East India Company will come to an end, and no longer the political affairs, the administrations, the military affairs of the country will not be taken care of British East India Company. Rather, the entire administrations will be looked after by the British Crown, and hence it is known as the Crown Rule also, or the Government of India Act. And another name given to this act is the Good Government of India or the Good Governance Act. And through this act, it abolished the affairs of the East India Company. It abolished the affairs of the East India Company. The powers, all the powers of the East India Company came to an end, and the powers of the East India Company, it was transferred to the British Crown in terms of territories, revenues, administration, the military power, the war rule. Everything hereafter shall be controlled and commanded by the British Crown, and no longer the East India Company will remain in power. Now, what are the basic features of this act? This is a very important act. Generally, the question comes here in the NDA examination or CDS examination, under which act or under which rule the affairs of the East India Company came to an end. The affairs of the East India Company, the powers of the East India Company came to an end by the Government of India Act 1858. But now the question comes, what were the features of this act? The features was, it provided that India henceforth was to be governed and in the name of Her Majesty. That means all the decisions related to the political decisions, executive decisions, judicial decisions, it shall be taken in the name of the Crown. And one more development had taken place. Earlier we had seen that William Bentinck, he had become the first Governor General of India. But through this act, again they changed the name of the Governor General. And hereafter the Governor General shall be called as the Viceroy of India. So through this act, again the question comes in the examination, through which act the Governor General became the Viceroy of India. Through the 1858 Act, the Governor General of India became the Viceroy of India, and the first Viceroy of India was Lord Canning. And even the questions were there in previous NDA exam, CDS exam. Who was the Governor General of India at the time of 1857 revolt? Lord Canning. And Lord Canning became the first Viceroy of India. Another feature of this act, that it ended the system of double government. That means the board of control and the court of directors were abolished. All the powers were transferred to the Viceroy of India. another feature, the very important feature of this act was the British Parliament created a new office, that is the Secretary of State for India. Now, Secretary of State, his job was to be a link between the Viceroy of India and the British Crown or the British Parliament. And he was given the complete authority and the control over the Indian administration. And basically, he was the Secretary of State, was a member of the British cabinet, and he was ultimately responsible to the British Parliament. In nutshell, we can say that he was an agent of the British Parliament who used to keep on reporting to the British Parliament what is going on in the country, what are the things that are decisions that are being taken. And another feature of this act was it established a 15-member Governor Council of India to assist the Secretary of State. A council was created as we have the cabinet for the Prime Minister. Similarly, to assist the Secretary of State for India, which was the new post which was created as per the Govt of India Act 1858, he was to be assisted with the 15-member council, and it was an advisory body. The Secretary of State was made the chairman of the council. As we know, in the present system of our parliament, Prime Minister is the head of the cabinet. He convenes the meetings of the cabinet. He is the one who has the sole authority to convene the meeting of the cabinet. Similarly, the Secretary of State was made the chairman of the council, that is 15-member council. It constitutes the Secretary of State in Council as a body corporate capable of suing and being sued in India and in England. So he was given, the Secretary was given enormous powers. As far as the administrative affairs of the country were concerned, Secretary of State was given enormous power, and this 1858 Act, it is known as the very important act as far as the Govt of India Act 1858 is concerned. Basically, several times the questions are asked in the examination. Through which act, I just discuss a few points, through which act the affairs of the East India Company came to an end. Your answer should be Govt of India Act 1858. Why it was created? The reason was 1857 revolt, the Sepoy Mutiny, the first war of independence. Then who became the first Viceroy of India? Lord Canning. Who was the Governor General of India at the time of Indian Mutiny? Lord Canning. So, and the post of the Viceroy, it was created. These were the basic features of the Govt of India Act, and the entire administration was taken over by British Parliament through the Govt of India Act 1858. I hope the concept of 1858 Govt of Act is very clear to you. Thank you very much for watching this video, and if at all you have any queries and comments, you can put up in the chat box. Thank you.